Hey, what's up, everybody? It is Sandra and Sonia back again for another episode of Twin Talk Tubi. And we are in a new month. We are in the month of November. And if you've been following us for all the whole time that we've been doing Twin Talk Tubi, we try and do a new theme every month. So we're in a new month now. So this month, all our movies are going to be about zombies. There's going to be a bunch of zombie movies. We love zombie movies, so it's gonna be fun, I think.
My favorite.
What?
My favorite.
Your favorite? Yes, zombies are always a good time. So, we're gonna get this started, and the movie that we're gonna be reviewing today is called Cowboy Zombies 1875. And the premise of the movie is the movie came out in 2013, and the premise of the movie goes as follows. In the Old West, the dead rise with an appetite for human flesh. The marshal of a small town gathers a disparate group of townspeople, an Apache chief, and an outlaw prisoner to fight the hungry zombies. All right, and then as always, as you guys know, we're going to start this whole thing off by giving our first time reaction of this movie. And we're going to do that on the count of three.
Yeah.
One, two, three.
Okay.
All right.
Let's talk about it.
Yeah. Let's discuss. All right. So I thought overall the movie was kind of blah. Saying that is like meaning it's not anything original, really. We've seen movies about like the Old West or cowboys dealing with zombies. It's kind of zombies like they're in every kind of locale, I feel.
Yeah,
So, it wasn't anything really like like that stood out about this movie and anything. Um I thought the acting overall was pretty good.
agree.
I wasn't a fan of the CGI blood.
Yeah,
When they were shooting at the zombies,
yeah.
whatever. Shooting first, obviously.
I thought I hope that they would have been a little bit more gore,
Yeah,
a little bit
a
more
little more like realistic with
like
that.
substance to the deaths and
Yeah,
the blood and the
and
gore.
actually, and actually seeing more of like the dead bodies, like when they were shooting at
Oh
them.
yeah,
It was like
yeah,
you could see um the zombie makeup overall. I thought was pretty good, as like the zombie that were kind of walking around already. I thought it was pretty good. But then
yeah,
when they were shooting them, whatever, shooting them, they started obviously like just on the body, on when they found out they had to shoot him in the head, when they shot him in the head. But there was like all this CGI, like fake CGI blood and gunshots, and they didn't really go back to show the bodies. I thought that would kind of make it look more realistic, especially if they have blood on them. But they didn't really go back to do that, so I thought that was a little bit disappointing.
yeah. Yeah, I agree. And then also, I would have liked that to see, obviously in a zombie movie, the zombies are gonna eat people, eat their flesh, right?
Right.
So I would like to see more actually when people were getting killed by the
Getting
zombies
attacked.
that you can see there was like one or two times that you saw a zombie bite someone actually and you saw
It
the
was
blood
a few. It was a few
and
times.
thing. But overall in general you really didn't see it. And there was a few times where there was one person getting kind of hoarded by a
Right.
few zombies at a time.
But
And
they
usually you see like some kind of carnage
or
with
they're
ripping
ripping,
of the
getting
of
ripped
the
apart. Yeah.
skin or something, and they didn't show that. So I
Yeah.
would like to see more of that. Otherwise, I thought the movie had I thought it was a bit comical. Like I
Well, I was yes. So I was gonna say I'm not sure
and not in a bad
if
way, not
yeah, I'm
comical
not
in a bad way.
yes. So I'm not sure if um the writers or creators or producers of this movie intended it to be like kind of, I guess, like a horror comedy. But that's the way I took it. And again, not in a bad way. Not that it was comical, that it was like so terrible that was funny.
Right. No, not
There
at all.
was literally instances where I was just laughing because I thought parts of it was funny, not in a bad way though.
Yeah, agree.
And I actually enjoyed it. And honestly, I think I gave it the score that I did because of that. Because if it wasn't for that, I might have given it a thumbs down, I think. Like as an overall movie.
Yeah.
But I actually found it funny, and it could be just me being desensitized to horror, and most of the
Yeah.
like really bad, gory, like Exorcist level horror, I will laugh at because I'm just desensitized
Yeah,
to
we
it.
just like, yeah, yeah,
And
right.
we've been watching it for so long. So so definitely not a
It,
bad
it
thing, like
wasn't in a,
saying
it
anything
wasn't
about
comical. It wasn't comical in like a cheesy way. It was
right.
just I just thought some parts were funny.
I thought
And
some
like
parts are funny, and
genuinely.
I thought some of the characters were funny and have funny moments and
Yeah.
interactions with the zombies or with other
Like
people.
I
Yeah,
thought it was hilarious that towards the beginning of the movie you saw in the town you saw two I guess convicts. They
yeah,
were they were getting hung, and they were being
right.
getting, they were outside, they were going to be hung, and one of them, they did one and he got hung and he died. And then obviously he came back to life.
Yeah, there was some kind of flash of light
There
or
was a kind of
something
like a
that
sun
happened.
flare or something. I don't know. That's another thing. Well, we'll talk about this.
But
We'll talk about that
yeah,
after. But they so that part, and then the second person that was going to be hung, he was kind of trying to plead with them, saying, God doesn't want you to kill me, like, and then you
yeah.
see the sun flare come, shine down, and he says, "See, that's a sign from God." I hope you don't hear my cat is meowing. If you don't, if
Oh,
you,
I
oh,
don't hear
oh,
it.
okay,
Max.
yeah, and so he was trying to plead with them, but God doesn't want you to kill me. It's just, look, that's a sign. Blah, blah, trying to get it. And then you see the first guy that got hung and he started coming back to life. And then the guy got kind of, I guess, flustered and the chair fell off from under him and he got hung too. And after a while, they show both of them, they come back to life and they're all
And
like,
they're just hanging there and
they're
just
just
like
hanging there. And they're like kind of biting at the air, like, trying to wiggle out. And it's so funny. And then throughout the movie, in certain parts, they would go
it was
back and
showed,
show them and they say, I can't believe these two guys are still hanging there. Like, what are they
and they
doing?
still like randomly like
I mean, just see them like that. I thought it was so funny. And then
I thought it was funny
I
too.
was thinking, the first time I saw it, I was like, oh, this is funny. They're probably gonna do this multiple times throughout the movie. And then the next time they showed it, you see them trying to kind of inspect them and to check
Yeah,
out to see if they
like
can study them.
the coroner or the guy that runs the funeral home or whatever,
Yes.
he was like he wanted to study them kind of,
Yeah.
see
And
like why they came back to life
and then
and
I was like, all right, that's why they haven't actually completely killed them yet.
yeah.
They're just trying to study. But
Well,
the
because they're like restrained
yeah, but
and
the
they could
fact that they
like
were just hanging there, kind of wiggling,
yeah,
fighting
yeah,
around, I thought it was so funny. I thought it was so funny.
me
And
too.
and then they had and then when they had there was the guy, the in the beginning of the movie there was a bunch of men that were shot and
Yeah,
one that died, right? And one of them
right.
was still alive and got caught and he was like
They're one of the
handcuffed and tied up.
yeah, one of the
Other
outlaws.
his buddies started to come back from the dead, and him and the man that kind of captured him were trying to get out of the situation. At a
Yes.
certain point, that guy was in the saloon with the rest of the um kind of tenants of the town, trying
Yeah.
to figure out what to do,
Trying to figure out
and
what to right.
they wanted to get him tied up, and they had the bartender guy hog tie him and stuff. And I thought it was funny too. He was like, it looked like a comedy, like he walking like, come on, get in there. He tripped him and to get into the room, and then he was like sitting on top and punching him, and I don't know why I thought it was funny. But I thought that was funny too. And then they had that, and then they had um what you were saying about it being like not really original. Like they had a lot of the same tropes that you see in other movies, other zombie movies. Um, something happened. First of all, they never really explain what
And
happened,
yes,
which
why they
normally
were turning into
normally I don't like that. Like I want to know what happened. It was some
yeah, me too.
chemical,
I'm
was it
like that too.
some, satellite? Was it
Was it
what was
yeah,
it?
right?
I
Was it
have
like
to think,
aliens? Was
yeah,
it something? Yeah.
I have to think it was something that had to do with that sun flare. Had
Right.
to be, but
Right.
they don't really talk about it,
They
which
don't come out at all actually.
they don't. So I really wish they kind of did that, but I just assumed that that's what it was. But okay, fine. I thought there was. I was kind of thinking, oh, these people are getting too. I can see being scared of like zombies are walking around. Like I get it, but it's like there's not that many of them. Like you guys could probably
No.
walk out.
They could
I
have
was like,
walked
this
down the
town. How
away
many
from the
people does this
town.
town actually have? Like but then after you see a lot of them coming out, and I was like, how many people died in the last like few weeks here? Because all the zombies that came up looked like they were freshly dead. They
Yeah.
looked like they were older, you know, 50 years
It
ago
looked
they
like they were
died
just
and they were
hanging
swimming
around the
and they look
town.
they look like they just died.
Yeah.
So I thought that was odd. I didn't know if that was a goal of
I don't know.
the producers here or the people making this movie, but I did notice that. And what else was I was gonna say? Oh, and then another trip they had the couple, and the girl and the guy, the boyfriend or the fiance or the boyfriend, I guess, was like, "Oh, I have to go with them to try and find a way out of here to save
Right.
us." And the girl was like, "No, why do you have to go?" Like they have that trip. We've seen that in other
There
movies
was a
too.
little kind of love story in it.
Yeah, and we've seen that in other movies too, which
Yeah.
again, that's part of the predictability and stuff. But again, not bad. They didn't harp on that too much, so
No, they
it
didn't.
wasn't like I feel like if they talked too much about the love story part,
It
that thing,
it
it would
would
have
it
been
would have yeah.
so it
It
was
ruined it.
fine the small amount that they
Yeah, it was like a little
did that.
side story.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
Yeah.
So it wasn't
What
it
I
wasn't
will say is that I did not like the ending.
I didn't like the ending either.
Well, because it just ended very flat. Like there was
Yeah.
no kind of like finalization
Like
of
I like that, they found a way to get out of the town,
right
and they
and
made
try to
it
get
out and
help.
started
Yeah.
and they started walking out, and then they got to another kind of location where
Yeah.
there was more of the zombies, and they started coming out and they were trying to fight them, but there were a lot of them, and then you see the Native Americans coming to kind of save them, which is cool.
Right. Yeah, yes, I like that.
So I said, "Oh, okay, this is cool. Something, this is gonna end like okay." I didn't even know I was even at the end of that point because I wasn't looking at the
Yeah,
time.
I
But I
wasn't
just like,
right.
okay, so
I
they're
thought
gonna
there was
save
going to be
them.
a little bit more after that. Yeah, for
I
sure.
thought it was gonna be all right. They got saved, and they're gonna make it to the next town. And because rem, remind me because I forget. At one point, did they say that they have to get to Tucson?
Specifically to Tucson, I don't remember.
There was another town, a bigger town that they were
They were
going
moving,
towards.
they were
In
supposed to
my
be,
mind, I was thinking if this is happening everywhere and they're going to a bigger town, there's gonna be more
yeah,
zombies there in the bigger town. So I
yeah,
thought, all right, they're gonna be saved now, but then they're gonna make their way to that town, and they're gonna
right,
see that it's all like destruction, and
right.
there's like a horde
That
of.
would have been a decent
So
ending,
I
I
thought,
thought.
oh, that's how it was gonna end.
Like, oh, they thought that we safe, but it's actually worse
It's
there.
worse,
Because it's like,
right?
yeah, that would have actually been decent. I feel like I would have also accepted, like, if, they got to this other town or other place and the other, like, they were with that Native American chief and all his people at the end came and were behind the scenes, killing the zombies and everything. And then they all kind of joined together and they kind of kept going towards the other town,
Where they
but
thought,
there
yeah,
but there was like another horde of zombies that were coming towards them and they were just we got to get through it and let's go. And they
Yeah,
kind of
no.
like that, like something like that would have been, but it was just like they came, they helped them kind of get rid of what was in front of them, which wasn't very many of them, I feel. And then it was just like they looked at each other kind of like a nod, like thanks. Whatever. And then they like panned out and they went to black. And it was
Yeah.
like, what? But
And
where
then
did they go? And
the
what
Native
happened?
American, the chief that was with them left with his group.
Yeah.
And
And that was
then
just it.
it ended. Yeah, I thought it could have ended a little better.
Yeah.
Sure. For sure. I was hoping for it more. Like I said, like what I think we had the same idea about what we thought the ending would be.
Yeah.
Um, but general. So there were things that weren't that great. I didn't love this movie, but I didn't hate it. Um,
Agreed.
there were some
Agreed.
things that I really didn't like, but there were others that I did. Like we talked about a lot of the comical kind of scenes that we saw. I don't know if it was supposed to be, but we thought it
Right.
was, and
And I don't know if it was supposed to be,
it
but
made it entertaining. So
if not, I
I'm
agree.
fine. I was fine with it.
Yeah, me too.
Um, and then yeah, I thought the acting again, like you said, was
I thought it was
pretty
decent.
good,
Yeah.
and I thought the scenery was good. Like I
Yeah.
don't know where they shot this, but it was shot in a good location
Yeah.
for the scene.
It looked very like, I mean, yeah, it was
It
like
was very
it
period piece, like
was
for that
over
time,
west and stuff, but it didn't it looked um it looked
authentic.
like it was supposed to look. Like
It looked
it didn't
authentic. It didn't
yeah, it
look.
looked authentic. That's a good word.
It didn't look like it was planned or just thrown together.
Okay.
It did
Hmm.
look authentic, the
Yeah,
scenery. So
I thought so too.
I thought that was good as well.
Hmm.
You know, generally, I think it was a good watch.
Yeah, me too. Not long. I think it was like an hour and 15 minutes or so.
About
Not very
so not very
long.
long.
It's a decent watch, and it does, like I said, it does have like CGI blood and shooting and stuff. Was not a fan of that, but it had a lot of it. So I feel like if you like a lot of just getting, zombies getting shot in the head or things like that, it'll be a decent watch for you.
Yeah, and I guess I would throw in also the action. There was a lot of
Yeah,
action in from
a lot
different
of like kind
things
of fighting
from the
and
fighting, from the running away, from the interactions
like
between
there was
the
a bunch
cast.
of the townspeople kind of held up in this little bar, and every once in a while, I feel like it was three, maybe four times throughout the movie, zombies got through the door and they would come in.
Somehow.
They would kind of have to like fight their way out. I thought that was pretty cool. It wasn't that they kind of came to them and they had to fight in this kind of enclosed space to not get, not get eaten and stuff. So I thought, yeah, uh not great, but definitely not terrible.
Agree.
Yes, good. Okay. So we agree on this. And if you guys want to watch this, again, the movie is called Cowboy Zombies 1875. You can find this free on Tubi. And if you guys watch it, please let us know. You can comment on our video here on YouTube. We are the Heart Flick Chicks here on YouTube, so you can follow our Twin Talk Tubi episodes here and also our Heart Flick Chicks podcast that we post on our YouTube channel, Heart Flick Chicks on YouTube. Make sure you subscribe so you can watch all our videos and all our content. And if you watch this movie, comment under this video and let us know what you thought about it. We'd love to hear your thoughts about it. Also, we are on social media, Facebook, Instagram, and Threads. So you can always send us a DM or a private message on one of those platforms and let us know what you like about our Twin Talk Tubi episodes, what you don't like, if there are any movies that you have watched that we have watched, if you have different opinions about it. And also if you want us to review a movie for you, because we actually got hit up by the film group that distributed this movie, Cowboy Zombies 1875. And they asked us to review this movie. So we made this month all about zombies. so we can review it for them and for you guys, obviously. So, thank you guys for giving us the opportunity to do this for you guys. And we hope you enjoy our review. And yeah, we'll see you guys next week for another episode of Twin Talk Tubi. Remember, every Tuesday we have a new movie that we will be reviewing. So you can follow us here on our YouTube channel, subscribe, and you can watch all our videos. And yeah, follow us on our social media and let us know what you think. We'd love to hear from you guys. As
Yeah.
always, Twin Talk Tubi is Sandra and Sonia, and we're signing out. We'll see you guys next week. Peace.
Bye.
Bye.